Let your body start to melt into your mat. Even though our surroundings are different than they would usually be when we practice together. If you could imagine like you're in the studio. You close your eyes. Imagine that kind of dark room. That sense of peace and calm. And know that that feeling is inside of you. The studio helps. See if you can come back to that internal place, peace and calm. And take 3 consciously slow breaths. The next time you breathe in, take that big morning stretch, arms and legs long. And then pull your knees in towards your chest. Keep your head heavy, shoulders heavy. Find that little rock side to side. Reach your arms and legs towards the ceiling for dead blood. Roll out through your wrists, your ankles, even wiggle your fingers and your toes. Pull your knees in. Lazily drop them to the right side. Reach your left arm out. I'm going to cactus my arm because my wall's pretty close. Go for one big breath here. Twist to the other side. Cactus the arm or reach it long if you have the space. Come back. Pull your knees into the chest one last time. This time, bring your forehead up to the ear. Release. Up, down, ankles underneath. Palms face down beside the body. Press into your feet. You could visualize like you're pulling your heels in, sliding them closer in without actually doing it. Think of reaching your knees forward and lift the hips, roll the spine. Exhale, roll down. Try to keep your knees moving forward. not right or left. Go for a few more of these. Really articulate through the spine. Moving vertebrae by vertebrae. Next time you're up in your bridge, stay there. You can breathe here. Or you could lift your right foot just to hover. Maybe the toes touch down still. Try to keep your hips level. Another option is to bring your knee in and maybe even straighten out your leg. If you're feeling adventurous, try to exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift. Try 2 more. Stay level. Feel your glutes on your left leg really working. Reach that foot forward, your right foot that is. Plant the heel down, stay lifted. Cover the left foot. Stay there, bring it in, or reach it up real fancy. Find that levelness in the hips. And lower down and lift 3 times. Try not to wiggle your right knee. I think that was 3. Reach your foot forward. Once your knees are level, plant both feet, roll down. Hug your legs in. And then bring both feet to the ground where they were. Again, press them down actively. Think of pulling them in. You'll feel the backs of your legs, your glutes engage. Keep your hands on your hips. Make sure that they don't wobble side to side, forward or back. You can imagine like you're balancing a glass of water between your hip bones. And as you inhale, imagine really expanding through the lungs, through the ribs. Exhale to draw your navel to the spine without moving your back. You might find that there's the smallest little space between your low back and the mat. Like you could rest a little grape in there without squashing it. See if you can keep that. So all of this is happening at once. Pressing through the feet, drawing in through the navel, a little lift in the low back, neutral, and you're balancing a glass of water on your pelvis. A lot to think about. See what happens if you roll to the outer edge of your right foot. No intention of bringing the knee down to the floor, just let it wing out and pull it back in. Notice if your right or left hip starts to lift. Keep that glass of water perfectly out. Go for 1 more here. And then go for 3 on the other side. Knee falls out, pull it back in. So if you find your hips and your pelvis are wobbly here, keep doing this until you've got it. It can be more challenging than it seems. If you're ready to amp it up a bit, bring your knees up over your hips. In parallel to the floor. Hands can stay on the hips or beside the body. And inhale, bring your right knee to the right side. Exhale, pull it up. Go for 3 more, so total. Don't move your left leg even an inch. Try it on the other side 4 times. Count your own and breathe. Once you've got that, bring both knees to lift up over your hips again. Press your hands into your thighs, thighs into hands. Let your low back press into the earth. The more you press, the harder this gets. Let that go. Bring your knees wide and your heels together like a little frog. Find that little space for the grape in your low back. Inhale, reach your heels away. Exhale, pull them back. Knees wide as they're in. Legs straighten as you press out. Option to interlace your fingers behind the head, curl up. Tips of your shoulder blades. If you're curling, your low back is probably pressing into the mat. Keep going, exhaling in, inhale to lengthen. All right, pull your knees in. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, hug your legs in. Straighten your right leg, keep a bend in the left, hands behind the head. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come through center, switch your legs. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Try to lift really a lot, perfect English, through your shoulder blades. Even lift the one that's, if you're turning to the right, try to lift your right shoulder blade up off the ground too. One more, either direction. Hug your legs in. Grab a hold of the backs of your legs and roll a few times along your spine. And then we'll make our way towards a tabletop, hands and knees. Go for a couple cat-cows. Come to center here. Inhale, stretch your left leg long, right arm long. Exhale, round your back, knee to elbow like you're saying yes. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, curl. One more. Hold this, reach it long. Plant your right hand and sweep your left leg way out to the side. See how high you can keep your foot. And then plant it down. So I'll turn so you can see what I'm doing. Left leg is out to the side. Try a couple cat-cows here. Maybe you come all the way up from here to this high knee. Sweep your arms wide and up. Exhale, left hand to the left leg, nice side body stretch. Come up. Hands to the top of your head and tip to the right. Come up. Find a breath that works for you. Keep going. Press heavy into the outer edge of the left foot. Okay, come up. And then land in this side stretch, bendy thing, leaning to the right. Extend both arms long. And then plant your right hand down. Stay here. You can go for a few circles in that top arm, or if you want to spice it up, side plank. Option to go for those big circles. Change direction of your circles. When you're ready, you can do this one extra slow. Transition your way through traditional plank. Lower your knees and your back in your cat-cow. Go for a couple of those. Inhale, extend right leg, left arm. That's the opposite, right? Yeah. Exhale, round in, knee to elbow. 2 more like that. Reach long, breathe. Keep drawing navel to spine. Plant your hand down and see just how long you can keep this leg lifted. As you bring it way out to the side, you'll feel your glutes starting to contract there. And then plant your right foot down, press through the outer edge. Go for a cat-cow or 2 here. Feeling that stretch on the inner line of the leg. If you want to just keep stretching it out today, stay here or come up. High kneeling with your kickstand. Sweep the arms up with a breath in. Exhale, right hand to right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Come up. Hands to your head. Try to press your head up into your hands to remind you to stay long. And tip a few times away from that extended leg. There's going to be a part where when you come down, it gets a little shaky. See if you can get to that point. Come up. And on this next one, let's stay here in this shape. Option to reach your hands if you're feeling brave. Plant your bottom hand. Top arm reaches up and over. Big circles here. Or turn this to your side plank. Step your bottom leg behind your extended leg. Big circle. Change direction, keep lifting your hips. Take your sweet time to transition to a plank, knees up or down, you choose. Take 3 breaths in this plank. Inhale your hips up and back. Pedal out through a down dog. You can always do a child's pose instead. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, really expand through the ribs. Exhale, navel to spine as you fold. Sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Inhale to sweep the arms widen up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. Exhale as you step back to plank. Take a full breath in your plank, knees up or down. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. So your bottom's just kind of sticking up in the air. And then inhale, breath. A little slide. Come back to your down dog or a child's pose. 3 breaths. Inhale, reach your hips up and back. Exhale, heavy your hands, look forward, bend the knees. Come up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. All the way up to your next inhale. Hands together at your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold, navel to spine. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your plank, knees up or down. As you exhale, you can lower the knees, press in, or come down halfway or all the way into your cobra or up dog. Exhale, back down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, reach the hips up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and on empty, come up to the top of your mat. Into that halfway lift with your inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Go for 1 more sun sal without my verbal cues. And I'll do it on screen if you get lost.
Come hold me down, I've gone too far. These heavy words, your open heart. Somebody hold my head up. Somebody hold my head.
Stay here and breathe. Keep breathing. Feel your feet heavy on the mat. And then reach your arms wide and up. Start to sink your weight back into your heels, hips down. Stay here. Every time you breathe out, it's a little bit lower. See if you can hold this for one more inhale. Exhale a little bit lower. And come all the way up. Nice. Let's add on. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, sit your hips down and back. Twist your hands together at your heart. And twist to the left. Try to bring your right elbow to hover over the left thigh to start. And then bring your elbow to your knee. Press your palms into each other, twist a little deeper. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Maybe you give your legs a little break here, straighten and bend. And then we'll try this twist on the other side. One more inhale. Exhale. Come back up, straighten your legs, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Bend your knees. Lift your right leg and step it way back behind. Find your way into your warrior two. Left foot is forward, right leg is back. Reach your arms wide. Look over the middle finger of your front hand. Think of moving this front knee out to the side a little bit more. Inhale, straighten your legs, hands come together. Exhale, back, warrior. Two more just like that. Maybe even close your eyes. Stay in your warrior two. See if you can keep it as you bring your hands to the top of your head. Press your head up into your hands. And this might feel familiar, start to tip. You can stay here, very challenging. You could bring your elbow onto your thigh, reaching the other arm up and over. Or if you dare, both arms up. So you'll notice that I forget sometimes to straighten this leg or to bend this leg. So notice if you come out of that bend as well. Try to keep it nice and low, just like when you're in warrior two. Come all the way up, warrior two. Pivot to your high lunge. Step forward and breathe. And then we'll hover the left foot. Oh, no, we'll come down into our chair. And then we'll hover the left foot. Step it way back. Warrior two. Breathe. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bend. 2 more like that, close the eyes. Land in your warrior. Notice how much of a bend you have in your front leg. Bring your hands to your head. Tip. And notice if that bend changes. Stay here or reach top arm, maybe both arms. Breathe. Come up, warrior two. Pivot to that high lunge. And this time, bring both hands down either side of your front foot. Step back to your plank. 3 breaths here. Either come through a down dog or move your way through that flow, chaturanga, up dog. Inhale, hips up and back. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Come up. Hands meet at your heart. Start to hover your left foot. Lift it up higher and higher and higher, almost like you want to bring your knee to your shoulder. Either with both hands or just the left hand. Place them on your thigh or your knee. Press your hands into your leg into your hand. It might feel familiar. We kind of did something like this on our back. Feel your core light up. Release. Keep your knee up, hands on your hips. Pull your knee out to the side. Foot onto your standing leg. Find your balance. And always have your toes down. Lift your leg back up. Pull your knee in front of you. Either come back to that press or bring your right hand towards the outer edge of your left leg. Reach your left arm up and back. You can cactus or reach long. And start to look over to the side, challenging your balance. If you're feeling adventurous, you could reach for your big toe, straighten out the leg. Release. Try to come out of it the same way you came into it. So slowly plant that foot down. Other side. Hover the right foot. Lift the knee higher, higher, higher. Press both hands or just one into your leg into hand. Both hands to your hip, knee wide. Place your foot anywhere along your standing leg. Balance and breathe. Try to keep pulling this bent knee back, keeping your hips square. Bring your knee forward. Stay here, continue that press, or bring your left hand to the outside of the right leg. You can bring your arm back behind you. You can do what I'm doing and press into the wall if your hand is behind you, or really go for the balance, cactus, or extend the arm without touching the wall. The further back you look, the harder it is. See if you can release really gracefully, same way you came into it. And give your hips a little sway, a little wiggle. We're gonna try out a squat here. So bring your feet a little wider than you usually would. Toes reach wide, heels in. Start to bend your knees and sink down into your squat. You can always add a block under your seat. You could fold up your mat under your heels. Press your palms into each other, elbows to knees, and breathe. Bring your left hand down outside of your left foot. No, inside of your left knee. That makes sense. Back of my arm is on the inside of the leg. Reach the opposite arm up. Stay here for a nice twist. Or bring the back of this hand in the air to your low back or hip crease. And you might have space to find this little bind, grabbing a hold of your hands behind your back. Make sure that this arm is around the leg and not through it. You could even look up to the sky. Pull your shoulder back, see how it feels. And then come back to center, hands together at your heart. Other side. Right hand down, back of the arm into the inside of the leg. Reach up, maybe bind. When you're ready to release, let it go, plant your hands, and from wherever you are, see if you can step back to a plank. Come all the way back to your down dog. Lift your right leg, and bring the knee towards your wrist. Pigeon pose. Breathe. Option to come down to your forearms. And if you really liked that bind we just did, if you sweat the right knee forward, cover your right hand. Try to bring the back of your right hand to your low back. And you might be able to grab a hold of your right foot on the left side. So this strange little bind can be fun to play with. You might get a little twist in. You can hold that as long as you'd like and then meet us in the kitchen. To come out of this pigeon, bring your hands down, roll onto that front hip, slide the back leg around and cross the foot over the leg. You can stay here or straighten the bottom leg. It feels a bit strange when you do it the first time, then expand it. Sit tall and twist towards your top leg. Release. Find a little counter twist the other way. And then make your way back to your down dog. Bring your opposite knee into pigeon. The left knee this time, I don't know, my right's the left. Stay here and breathe, come down, or find that bind. Lift your left arm and see if you can sweep it around and grab a hold of your left foot. Press into your palms. Roll onto your front leg. Sweep your back leg over and around, planting the sole of the foot on the outside of the thigh. Always an option to straighten this bottom leg, one that was just in pigeon. And then twist towards your top thigh. Fingertips behind you. Find that sweet little counter twist. Unravel. Option to go through one more flow. So you can come through to a down dog. Lowering down into your back bend. And then lower your knees, sink into a child's pose. Swing your legs around. Scoot up to the top of your mat. Take your hand on the top third. Big bend in the knees. Reach your arms up. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, navel to spine. Roll just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, roll down a little bit more. Keep drawing navel in. Do that a couple more times. Or skip it and just lay down on your back. Take a big stretch. Pull your knees in. Bring the soles of your feet down to the mat. Palms face down beside the hips. Find your bridge pose again, just like we did at the start. Only this time, if you want to, you could interlace your fingers behind your back, roll your shoulders in, and out here. Release. Lower your hips down. So you could go for another round or two of that, just at your own pace, whatever feels good. If shoulder stand is in your practice, feel free to do that. Lifting your legs, and then you give your hips a little lift. Bring your hands to your low back. Try not to look around with your head once you're into this. Toes reach up, and you breathe. You can continue to walk your hands a little closer to the mat so they're actually higher up on your back. Just make sure the back of your neck feels good here. No pressure in the neck. When it's time to release, do it slow and controlled. We'll all just take a few moments to breathe on our back. Bring your knees in. Pull them wide. Roll out through your ankles. Find a nice happy baby. Stretching one leg long and then the other. Rocking. Bring your knees back in. Keep a hold of the left leg, right leg long. And pull this into a twist. Option to extend your left leg. Grab a hold of the foot or the big toe with the right hand. Adding a hamstring stretch into your twist. Always an option to find a different twist, whatever feels best for you. And take 3 more breaths. Hold onto your back, pull your knees in. Extend left leg, pull right knee to the left side. You could extend the leg or not. Breathe. 3 more breaths. Release. Unravel into your final resting pose. If there's any last movements that you're craving, feel free to do them. Butterfly or something like that. Otherwise, just chill together. Let go of any control over the breath, any control over the body. Really just let yourself melt, absorbing all the goodness of this practice. Remind yourself that you've done enough. You have done enough. Start to deepen your breath. Take a big inhale. Satisfying sigh. Rest. And roll on to one side. You might choose to stay here or come up to seated with your hands at your heart. Notice how you feel at the end of this practice. And a heartfelt thank you to your body, the roots and traditions of our yoga practices, and to yourself for carving out this time in your freezing cold Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for being here with me today and with Salty. Peace.